What's Good podcast.
Are you ready?
Your number one source
to all the keys in the industry.
With Brianna, Jovahn.
It's the What's Good podcast.
What's good?
So I am a mother of two beautiful girls. I am a financial advisor. I have been a financial advisor for 18 years, so it's the only career I've ever known. And I am an investor. I also own some real estate, so I understand that market very well. And I'm just a woman finding her way. I was like, ooh, they pay you money for your money? Like, that is bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So we struck up a conversation, and she was like, oh, you're interested in investments. That's why I say she's my angel.
I see your angel. I can see that
because
now. Mm-hmm.
she opened me up to this world that I had no clue about. Nice. So, like, when I say financial advisor, I mean
put some respect on it.
Exactly. Put some respect on my name, okay? Because a lot of people will use that term loosely. Yeah. And they just say that they're a financial advisor, and they're not, because you're not licensed as an investment advisor to give advice. So we're talking about all the different areas of your finances, from the investments to your business, to your cash flow, to your estate planning, your legacy planning, the whole gambit, So the fact that we here, if we're less than 1%, that means nobody is catering to our communities.
Right.
Because our counterparts don't care about our communities. So we need to build wealth, which is the accumulation of assets. And that is what wealth management is for me. So you can make $1 million in a year and not be a millionaire.
Makes sense.
You can make $100,000 and be a millionaire, because a millionaire is based on your assets.
Right.
So when you think about assets, everything funnels down into three main asset categories.
True.
You don't typically have money just sitting in your bank account unless you don't know what to do with it, which you need to come see me. Because for somebody who's like, I want to get into real estate, but you don't even own your own property, you don't even know the first step of how to do that. So before you go try to build this empire, you need to know how to do it for yourself. Because you can think that an idea is profitable. You could actually technically be in business and losing money. I look at myself as your financial doctor. When you go to the doctor, you might have that weird little rash situation going on around there. If you don't tell the doctor about it, they can't prescribe anything for it.
Makes sense.
And they have seen it all. I've seen people have more debt than their eyeballs can handle. I'm like, you done went to school for 11, 12, 13 years. You ain't a doctor yet? Like, what is it?
What are we doing?
What are you doing? Like, oh my God. Baby, I can't.
We got to start this all over. Right. This is a wash.
All of that. Everything I just said is null and void. Because I didn't have all the information. I asked you specifically for the information. So that's why, if you want to get results, you got to be upfront and honest with me. You got to tell me what's under the hatch. You know what I mean?
Lay that on the table.
Exactly. Get surprised by what your tax bill is.
Right.
If you actually have things in place, you get to determine what your tax bill is. I don't want to manage people.
Yeah.
So I remember one of my managers at one of my former companies, he was like, Crystal, you're great at what you do. And, they're going to start looking at you for promotion into the management and director role. And I was like, I don't really want to, because I don't like managing people. I realized I needed to not be stifled in my growth, and I needed to determine how my growth was going to look. Because I didn't want it to be dictated by, you have to go this route. I wanted to do it on my own terms. Invest in yourself. You need to understand the value that you have by putting yourself in environments that challenge you. You cannot grow where there is no adversity. And it changed everything, because I'm like, I've been doing this for a while, but I don't feel like I'm on the level that I should be on. I needed to invest in myself. I needed to get around people who are also doing something on a high level, because then that becomes your new norm.
The best investment you can make is in yourself. The more you learn, the more you'll earn.
We can self-sabotage ourselves so easily without even knowing it and realizing it. You know, there's information rampant. So whatever you want to do, you're able to do, because there's been so much that has been accomplished in the last couple years. And I've seen it with my own two eyes, just seeing how people are being able to change their life. So if you're not happy with your life, you are the only person who can change it.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of What's Good podcast with your girl, Brianna Jovahn. If you found today's discussion inspiring, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your preferred podcast platform. Explore additional resources on our website at whatsgood-productions.com and find our social media links listed in the show notes. Stay tuned for more captivating stories ahead. Until next time, stay blessed and keep uplifting your community.